Welcome back to my road to completion guide for Uncharted Drake's Fortune Remastered. This is episode 19. We're going to head through the double doors. There's going to be a cutscene. Of course, I'm going to be skipping that in this gameplay. Then we're going to be heading up the steps. Now, I want you guys to go ahead and switch to the AK-47. The reason why you want to do this, guys, is because there's a shotgunner at the top of the stairs. And just in case you missed this headshot, I think I get it in my gameplay. But if you were to miss that headshot, that shotgunner has the ability to turn and fire on you extremely quick. So if you have the 9mm there, there's a good chance that you're going to miss with your next shot, and then he's going to be able to get a shot on you. So you guys can just spam that AK-47, right, and get that kill. Now notice the angle that I had there. I was basically shooting from underneath. There was a guy on the other side of those boards, okay? You can actually shoot him through the cracks. Make sure that you guys kill him. If you don't, he's going to be shooting you from behind when you take this piece of cover. Now at this point, all we need to do is kill the two enemies that saw on the stairs. There's the second enemy. The first enemy was at the top. You guys already saw me kill him. And then you want to rotate into this doorway. Now your biggest problem here is going to be Elena. A lot of times she likes to stand in the doorway with you, and it's very hard for you to get the proper angle, okay? So if that happens, and I'm going to show you this here, move right to left really quick. And if she is in your way, a lot of times that will get her to move. Now the goal at this point is to kill two enemies on the bottom level and one enemy up top. I've already taken out one of the enemies on the bottom level, but I'm having a hard time finding the second enemy. Notice the crossfire from the bottom level. See the bullets coming from left to right? All I'm doing, guys, is pressing O to take cover. Remember, anytime you take cover or ledge hang, the camera zooms out, you guys can see more of the environment. So I pressed O, and I'm just looking for crossfire. I want to know exactly where that enemy is, and that's a great tip for you guys. If you can't see the enemy, if you can't hear the enemy, but you know that they're there, right? Look for the crossfire, especially when you have Elena on the map, because a lot of times they're going to be shooting at her, and you can pinpoint their location very easy that way. After those enemies are dead, you guys can slowly peek out around that corner and shoot the enemy with the M79. Once he's dead, you guys can run around, collect some ammo. We also have a treasure that we want to pick up. It's at the top of the stairs. It's going to be the silver belt buckle. This will be treasure 31 of 61. Alright guys, after the cutscene, I want you to go ahead and shoot the lock off the door, press triangle to kick the door in, and then we're going to jump across this first gap. And as soon as you guys stand up and start to run toward the next gap, there's going to be a quick time event. So get ready to press the X button. Once you get to the bottom, see that? Press X and then spam the X button. If you guys don't spam the X button there, you're going to die, okay? So make sure you're spamming the X button. And as soon as you stand up, we're going to have another encounter. Now the trick to getting through this is to take this piece of cover, okay? Use the shoulder swap trick, put the camera over your right shoulder, kill the first enemy, and then rotate to the right. And as you guys do, you'll get more angles on these enemies. There's 3 enemies I want you guys to take out. Once you're done, we're just gonna advance across this platforming section. We're gonna shoot the lock off the door, and then we're gonna make our way into the next combat area. So we're officially about to cross into chapter 11. This chapter is called Trapped. I want you guys to hop over this railing and notice we have a dragon sniper. Go ahead and pick the dragon sniper up. You're going to have 5 bullets. We're going to farm for a trophy called 30 kills with the dragon sniper. So all we need to do is kill 5 enemies with the dragon sniper and then load our game. There was your first enemy there, the shotgunner. He's always going to push you. So that'll be your first kill. There's your second kill. That dude is always up top. Your third kill could either be some enemies down there by those crates, they're not there now, but sometimes they will be, or you guys can rotate over and kill the guy on the turret. See that? Just shoot him in the leg. And then focus back to this position. See where I'm kind of looking at with my camera there? A lot of times there'll be an enemy that'll flash out like that enemy did for me. And then of course you can pick up that 5th kill. Once you guys are done, go ahead and load your game, rinse and repeat until you get those 30 kills. And that'll be enough to pop the trophy, 30 kills with the Dragon Sniper. Now, if you decide that you don't want to farm for this trophy here, you can wait until the end of our crushing playthrough. I will show you guys how to pick this trophy up using chapter select. It's a lot quicker using the chapter select method, but for those of you who just want your trophy to pop when mine does, you're more than welcome to farm it here. So now let's talk about how to successfully navigate this combat area. Okay, let's hop over the railing. We don't want to grab the Dragon Sniper this time. Go ahead and switch to the AK-47. Why? We got the shotgunner. Now I know we can use the Dragon Sniper. That's what we did to farm for the trophy, but I'd rather you guys have the Dragon Sniper for the other enemies in the area because they're long range and they're one-hit kills. The shotgunner, you can easily kill him at close range with the AK-47, so I'd rather you guys use that instead of using all the Dragon Sniper ammo. To notice what we're doing here, the same formula for when we farm for the trophy. We're taking out the guy up top and then the heavy gunner next. After you guys kill those first 3 enemies, I want you to look to the right where the crate is. Make sure that there's no enemies over there. I just wiggled my reticle so you guys will know to look over there. And notice, after each kill, I'm still looking over there. Why? Because I have the Dragon Sniper and I'm trying to kill the enemies that are in front of me and to the left of me, and when I do that I don't have any peripheral vision. You see what I mean? Now sometimes you can hear enemies on the right, and if you have those audio cues that's great, but you can't depend on that, you know what I mean? So you want to make sure there's no enemies on the right before you start working on the enemies that are in front of you and on the left. So the trick is to work this room from the right to the left, and as you sweep across, just like I'm doing in the gameplay here, the enemies are dying to your right. That means the right side of your body is protected. Okay, you don't need a wall there. Okay, and now you're just using the steps to kill the enemies in front of you and to your left, but you have to make sure that you kill all the enemies on the right first. So you want to make sure that you're always checking that crate that's to my right. When you feel like everybody is dead, then you start your sweep. So after you guys kill all the enemies, I want you to run over here, grab both of these grenades. We don't need the M4 though, just the grenades, and then follow my path exactly, okay? Remember, anytime you're sprinting and you press square, you guys will kill these enemies from behind. Make sure you kill that fool. And then I immediately want you guys to run to the turret. Now notice what happens here. I press triangle to get on the turret, but I accidentally pick up ammo first. It doesn't matter what happens here, guys. You just want to aim exactly where I'm aiming at now. If you have to pick up ammo, just get on the turret as quick as you can and fire at that point. There's always going to be an enemy there. 2 things could happen when you're aiming at this spot. Number 1, the first enemy is going to die, and while you're waiting for the second enemy wave to come in, you're going to be getting your health back. Number 2, he's not going to die instantly, but he's going to take cover, and then you're going to get your health back, and then he's going to peek out of cover and you're going to kill him. Both of those methods are going to lead to you getting your health back, and that's the most important thing. Remember, these enemies spawn in waves. So the first enemy is going to be by himself. You're going to kill him in that spot we just talked about. Wave number 2, those 2 enemies are going to drop in on the steps. Okay. Wave number 3, you're going to have 1 enemy on the steps and 1 enemy is going to drop down from the window and hit ground level. So once you know that, you can already be aiming in that direction and get advantage play. And I really want to stress this point because being on the turret can also get you guys killed, okay? It's a power position if you can kill the enemies as soon as they drop into the map, or if it's just like a 1v1 like it was there for me at the end, okay? But if you've got some enemies flanking you on the left and flanking you on the right, you're not going to be able to shoot both of them, right? And they're going to be able to get angles on you guys and kill you. So I encourage you, before you start playing this combat sequence, at home, I want you to watch this clip as many times as you need to, slow the footage down, memorize where these enemies are going to be, and that will give you guys advantage play. Remember, enemy number 1 will always be in that spot I showed you guys at the beginning. Wave number 2 is 2 enemies. They'll both be on the steps. Wave 3 is 2 enemies. One will be on the steps and one will hit ground level. Memorize that, and that gives you guys total advantage play for that combat sequence. So let's talk about the next combat area. Notice that I was able to kill enemy number 1 using my shoulder swap trick from the bottom of the stairs, and now I'm just looking for the next enemy's hat. This is an enemy that has an M79. Boom, he's dead. And now I'm going to kill the 3rd enemy by shooting him from this piece of cover, and the 4th enemy is going to be at the bottom of the stairs that I'm shooting at now. You'll see him in just a second. There he is, and now I can get that kill. So there's 4 total enemies in this area. You can work the entire room from this angle. At this point, we just have 2 treasures that we need to pick up. The first one's called the Spanish gold coin. That's going to be treasure 32 of 61. And then we have the silver Spanish chalice. That'll be treasure 33 of 61. Alright guys, let's press on to the next combat area, and then we're going to wrap up this episode with another jet ski section. Now this time we don't have the grenade launcher, we have to use the pistol, but we're going to be using the same tactics that we used before, right? Easing up behind cover, using the shoulder swap trick. You guys know the deal by now. Let's sneak up behind this enemy, using this piece of cover, kill him. Then we want to focus on the enemy on the stairs, keep this piece of cover, or you can move up a little bit if this guy doesn't give you an angle. I think I do that in this clip. You can move up here and then swap back, put the camera over your left shoulder, see the angle. You guys can kill him from here. Before we move to the next combat area, I want you guys to grab one more treasure. This will be your 34th treasure out of 61. And for those of you who support me over on Patreon, I gave you guys the RTC workbook for this game a few weeks ago. This was not on the list, okay? I apologize for that. It's in your notes, but it's just not in the steps. I've just added it to my worksheet now. That particular treasure was not on there. For whatever reason, I typed chapter 11 combat strategy number 3 twice, and that's why the treasure did not make the list. So I wanted to make you guys aware of that if you're following along with that workbook. And now we have one small combat area before we reach the jet ski. There's enemy number 1. You can take him out from that piece of cover. This is enemy number 2. You can take him out with either a grenade or you can blind fire kill him. It depends on where he is in that room. And then enemies 3 and 4, you can take them out with a grenade, or if you still have ammo in the West 44, you can take these enemies out with one shot from this piece of cover. Then we're just going to hop on the jet ski, guys. You already know what to do when it comes to the jet ski. All the same rules apply from the previous jet ski sections. So enjoy this gameplay, and I'll see you guys once we reach episode 20. You guys be good.